Welcome to Negocios with Visila Bococo. I'm very happy to have here with us Alexander, who is going to talk to us about video games. This is an amazing world, but we want to learn more a little bit about it. And you're a video game developer. But before we go into the conversation, I just wanted to welcome you in our channel. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Well, Alexander, tell us, when did you start to be interested in video games?
So my interest for video games started at a very early age. Back when I used to play with my friends on like a PlayStation 1. We would just stay up all night playing video games together, just kind of having fun, laughing together. And it kind of brought more friends together. So I really enjoyed that kind of sense of community, just hanging out with my friends and having a good time. But my interest for video games kind of peaked a little more when I started high school and I started taking more classes kind of around technology. And I had one class where I actually had to write a little bit of coding to just kind of make some objects move around on the screen. And I thought that was really cool how you could just program something and make it work exactly how you intended it to. And seeing people play the games that you built kind of brought me a little joy too. So that's kind of where it began. From there, I just kind of took it far.
What did you study in college?
What did I study in college?
Mm-hmm.
I studied, video game development. We had a specific course designed for video game development. It was called the Entertainment Arts and Engineering program. My degree was actually film and media arts with an emphasis on entertainment arts and engineering. So a lot of the classes I took were just kind of artsy. I did like 3D modeling just to learn the basics, some animation classes, and some traditional game development classes where I got together with a team and actually built a game and published it.
So there is a specific programs in the country for video games, to develop the video games, because of course a lot of our viewers are in Spain and they would be young and they would like to know more about how it works here, because sometimes in Spain is different areas take you somewhere, but here it seems like it's a specific program. Can you let us know in which university and what kind of classes more or less you took?
Yeah, I'm not sure where else in the country these classes are really offered, but I went to the University of Utah and studied the film and media arts, entertainment arts and engineering program. With that program, again, I took many video game related classes to kind of introduce you to all aspects of the industry. But my focus was on design specifically. So I'm not sure where else in the country they have classes like this, but I felt lucky to have the University of Utah with all the technology they have available.
Beautiful. And why do you think that people like video games?
They like video games. Well, they're fun, of course. I hope they're fun. But people like video games because, many reasons. One, they're fantasy, right? They're different than the real world. You can just boot up your console and just go start fighting dragons on a mystical mountain, for example. And, it's kind of fun to just disconnect from the reality world and just sit yourself down in this fantasy world and just lose yourself. It's very fun to just do stuff like that.
It's very cool. So where do you get the sources of inspiration to design these video games?
Inspiration can really come from anywhere. Most of the time it comes from my friends, just kind of talking about games and pitching ideas to each other. And then you kind of just bounce stuff off of each other and spark some new ideas. And you think, oh, that would be a really fun idea to build a game out of. Let's see what we can come up with.
And can you share with us what is the new technology that is available to achieve this video game, new generation of video games? Because of course, when I was a kid, we have these little Nintendos with little things, and it was very, very far away of what you have right now. But I would like to know what is next in technology. Can you just share with us?
Technology definitely has advanced a lot over time. I'm not sure what the newest technology is right now, but I'm a big fan of motion capture, if you're
Mhm.
familiar with that. I think it's really fascinating how you can just attach nodes to a person's body and perfectly capture their movement and then translate that right into a video game and play it during a cinematic or just general animations. It's kind of crazy technology. That and facial recognition is pretty
Mm.
cool. You see a lot of games nowadays have kind of well-known celebrities as
Mhm.
stars in their game, and the model for those characters are almost identical to the real person. It's crazy how detailed they can get with it. I'm
Wow.
curious to see what they can come up with in the future with that kind of technology.
And tell us about Red Games Co. What is Red Games?
Red Games Co.
Mhm.
It's a little mobile game development studio in the heart of Salt Lake City.
Mhm.
We just build mobile video games for Apple and Android users. We primarily target games for the Apple Arcade right now. Just kind of cranking out some games, having fun along the way.
How long have you been working there?
About 2 years now, coming up on.
Okay. And what is your specific role?
My role at the company is a quality assurance lead.
Okay.
I make sure I'm the lead on one of our projects for the Lego games.
Mhm.
Just I keep up with the content that gets published every couple of weeks. We like to keep up with seasons in our game, and our players are regularly getting new content. So it's up to me and the team to make sure that content is bug free, fun, and just all around polished.
Beautiful. And what advices you would give to people who have this passion to be in the video game world?
Let's see. Have fun with it. That's pretty much what it comes down to in the end. Because if you're not having fun with it, I feel like it really shows in your work. Because games are just meant to have fun in them, you know? It's a lot of hard work to build games, but you know, it's not all fun in games, I suppose, in the end. You really have to sit down and work hard at building video games. It doesn't just come overnight. It's a very long creative process, but if you keep with it, it's very rewarding in the end to see players actually enjoying the content that you've spent so much time building.
Mhm. What is your favorite video game, just to conclude?
My favorite video game? Hmm, there are so many. I'd have to say Dead Space.
Uh-huh.
It is a horror action game where you play as this mechanic in space and you go to investigate a ship to fix it, and it's filled with alien creatures overrun everywhere. It's very fun. I feel like the atmosphere of that game is perfect. You start off as a very weak player, and then you kind of advance yourself throughout the game,
Mhm.
empowering yourself and taking control over the scary situations.
Oh, that's awesome. So just last question. How much time do you spend playing video games besides your work? I know that you do this for work and it's fun, but
Yes.
just to finalize.
Hmm. I'd probably spend a couple hours, not every day, maybe every other day playing video games.
Mhm.
Because as much as I build video games, I too like to sit back and escape to my own virtual reality world. So I'd say a couple hours every now and then. Some days, definitely more than others. Who doesn't love a good Saturday morning video game day?
I know. My kids will agree with you completely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Alexander, for being here with us. I think that it's awesome. And I think you're a source of inspiration for a lot of young people because you are doing what you love and you made of your passion a job. So I think that it's great. I congratulate you for that, and we will make sure that we have a lot of audience also seeing you as a source of inspiration. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoy talking about video games.
Thank you, Alexander. If we have more questions, we will come back to you because we keep learning.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Thank you.